And we are live once again in this great brand reset project where I will reveal to you how you can go from zero to hero just by following my systematic processes and frameworks. In short period of time, you have realized that I've shown you guys how you can find your true calling and true passion. So today is also going to be a jam-packed session. I'm speaking pretty fast because there's a lot I want to share and there's so little time and I don't know where to start. Okay, so bear with me. If you guys are watching this live as well, just give me a thumbs up or hello or something to acknowledge that I know you guys are watching this together with me. Today's session is going to be very heavy, I feel, for some of you, but it's going to be really important. Why I decided to, I had to take a break yesterday to figure out what should I share. What's the next step for today? Because we had a good 10 sessions run, and for the 11th session, I feel that it needs to be something that bridge us to the next phase of this brand reset project. So I give it some thought and realize, okay, I found what is the gap now, what will be the bridge that will take us from the initial stage to where we want to go next, which is to start defining what we can offer even better. So it all starts with, I'll start my slides. See, I'm scrambling everywhere. I want to share my screen. Okay, StreamYard is a little bit iffy like this. Okay, you can see my screen. Okay, so we are at Great Brand Reset Project episode number 11, and it's 14th April, 8 p.m. So today we're going to talk about business canvas model. Why business canvas model? Because you may realize that a lot of you have this really brilliant idea of what business you want to start or what product you want to bring to sell to your marketplace, and you start to spend time to research about it. You talk to your friends about it, and all sounds good until you talk to your family members, your close ones, or some of the business experts, and they start to poke holes into your idea. Okay, and when they poke holes, you realize that you are not able to answer their questions confidently. And when you can't answer the confidence, when you can't answer confidently, you start to second guess yourself. And when you start to second guess yourself, you start to procrastinate. And you know what happens next? Nothing happens. And then the whole thing is a flop. So with this canvas model that I'll reveal to you, you will be more confident, you'll be clearer, and you'll be more motivated to keep moving forward. Before I jump into the next segment, just a quick recap from the previous episode. We shared with you guys how to narrow down your niche based on, we use the idea decision metrics, the cost impact metrics, and to check who are your last 10 clients or people you have helped to understand foolproof method to really check who should you be serving in that niche of yours. So if you have not caught that episode, it's really informative. You can go and check it on my live, on my page, or my profile. So either one. So another extra that I want to share today is that I have started a Facebook group for now. I started a Facebook group, and I just scrambled putting it together this afternoon. The group is just called the same thing, the Great Brand Reset Project, and our objective is to rebrand, recharge, refocus. So that is what the objective is. If you guys want to join the group, why you want to join the group is because I may soon share additional items or additional guidelines within the group itself, and may have probably longer live sessions inside the group as well. There are some plans for the group. There'll be more Q&A that can happen inside the group. So strongly advise, join the group. I'll drop the link after this session in the comments, and you can share with those who are interested as well. Coming back to this topic, business canvas model. So nothing special. There's no grand affair, but this is the first design thinking framework that I had to learn when I first started to learn how to facilitate business conversation. I still remember, shout out to Ibnu for teaching me this from Teamwork Bound, teaching me how to use this or revealing this to me. I remember when I first learned this, I had no idea how to facilitate using this. And I spent many, many years over and over again. I keep coming back to having to learn this business model canvas. And even with our clients here at Unity, they have to also go through this process of filling up this business model canvas. This business model canvas is basically your entire business model in a snapshot at a glance. And it is really powerful because it shows the level of confidence that you have on for your business. And it shows where the gaps, where the weak links, where the area for improvement, and where the potential for growth. So to understand the different components, I will walk you through the different components and I will try my best to fill up accordingly. Like I said, I'm improvising a lot of what is you are seeing here. I don't really have any fancy setup, but I managed to print out my own A3 version. So I will be using this as my reference while I walk you through what you see on your screen. So maybe what I'm going to do is I'll walk you through all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes of the business model canvas briefly, and then maybe I will walk myself through each component in detail, a little bit more detail. I can't be going through it in detail because a business canvas session can range from an hour to about 3 hours or even more sometimes. But an hour is a good gauge, but we don't have an hour for each session, guys. I want to keep it to 10 minutes or just slightly above 10 minutes. So I will go through very briefly. So let's start with number one, your key partners. So key partners are basically the people you need to work with in order for your business to function, or the people who will be responsible to be able to support you in order for you to launch your business or keep it going. So those are your key partners. So for example, I'm doing branding and marketing services. So my key partners will become definitely my photographers, my videographers, interior photography videographers, and probably I will need maybe legal advice. I will need partners such as I need designers maybe, and what else would I need for if I want to work with the niche that I mentioned? Maybe web developers or SEO experts. Those are the key partners to function. Basically, those are the kind of people I need on a daily basis in order to operate or to launch the ideas that I have. So that's for the key partners. So what are the key activities? So key activities are the things that you need to do in order to run your business or run your idea. So key activities, I typically will have different stages, segments, whereby I have one for daily key activities, I have one for weekly key activities, monthly key activities, quarterly, and then yearly. Some people want to do up to 5 years, but I think doing it up to 1 year is a good gauge of how well you can understand your business. So, in what we do here in Unity, what are key activities? So, daily we're going to reach out to our clients, we need to update them how things are going. We need to strategize what is their next path. We need to do qualifying, we need to do sales call, we need to design for them. That's how we want to work with them. So we create content, we're going to create advertisements, we're planning their next marketing game plan. So that are the key activities that we're doing daily and weekly. So what are the things that we do on a monthly basis? Monthly is when we check in the client and see whether we're on track with what we have envisioned at the start, and see what are the adjustments that we can do to make things happen better. And how about quarterly basis? Quarterly basis where you check in to see whether you're hitting the mark in terms of the objectives that you have set for the client. And yearly is where we check in whether we have evolved them to the next level or they're ready to take on new challenges as a business. So those are key activities that we involve ourselves in daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. So that's number two. Next up is your key resources. Key resources. So what do I need in order to make things happen? So definitely we need people. So let me try whether I can zoom in. It's a bit not really exciting when you guys can't see entirely. So key resources are typically people. We need a team of designers, we need project managers, we're going to need probably creatives, media buyers, photographers, legal. So the key resources that we rely on regularly to move the business. And definitely we need a venue. We need people. We need overhead, electricity, lighting. We need a laptop because that's one of the key things I have. Wi-Fi, pen and paper, resources, subscriptions. This is one underrated subscriptions to important softwares to optimize our workflow. Subscriptions to probably resources for us to upgrade ourselves to lessons and trainings. Those are resources as well. So those are the kind of resources we have, probably like Canva Pro or Adobe Illustrator, those kind of stuff. So subscriptions are the heavy part of resources. So those are the key resources I need. For you guys, it might be slightly different. Think about what you need in order to operate. Now we come to number 4, a value proposition. So value proposition is a very difficult conversation because people always get tongue-tied about what are their value propositions. So what value? What's the definition of value? Value means you are actually able to solve a problem that is adding a value. So what you do, is it solving a problem or is it taking away a pain? Is it making a gain or taking away a pain? Or is it just status quo? If it's status quo, it's not exactly adding value. So you must know what problem of your customer are you trying to solve as well. So for example, if I'm approaching freelancers, real estate, financial advisors, their problem is that they need to get more leads. And to get more leads, they need a strategy and they don't have enough time or bandwidth to sit down and make a strategy. So I can come up with a strategy, a full-fledged strategy for them in an hour, and I know they need at least a week or two to come up with that strategy. So in order we leverage on each other. So if I can do it in an hour, why would they want to continue using 2 weeks to come up with a strategy? It doesn't make sense. So that we measure in terms of performance, how well we can perform to them, or is it something really revolutionary idea, or is it something customized and personalized, or is it just purely getting the job done just to save them some time, or is it status because they want to work with us because we are not just any other branding marketing agency, we are a new entity and we have processes and frameworks that set us apart from the rest, or could it be because we are cost effective, or because we can guarantee results, or is it easy to talk to us, or a lot of other reasons. You got to ask yourself, what is it that makes you different from the rest? And that is the conversation that I'll have you guys tomorrow. We're going to go really, really, really deep into this conversation. So we've covered key partners, key activities, key resources, and value proposition. So next up, this is a fun part, customer relationship. Customer relationship. So how do you typically communicate with customers? How do you talk to them? What kind of language do you use? How frequent do you talk to them? How easy is it for them to talk to you? So those are all indicators of the kind of relationship you have with them. And how far apart are you from the end client that you're serving? So for example, if you're doing real estate, your customer is going to definitely be on a very personal level. But if you're selling maybe plastic cups, you don't really talk to your end client very much, and you're probably operating or working with a business to business client, and your customer is not going to be very personalized. The relationship is going to be very formal, very transactional, because you're just fulfilling orders. But if you're working in real estate, it's all about realizing their dream is their once in a lifetime decision, and they definitely are relying a lot on you. So they want to win. You need to win the rapport fast and quickly. So you need to know how or what kind of relationship suits your business model. Next up, channels. So channels are typically what are the way that you can reach out to your customer or they are reaching out to you. So different types of operation in your business or different types of conversation may require different channels. For example, if you want to reach out to them just to get in touch with them, you can just say WhatsApp is enough, or Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, or just reach out to TikTok. Either one is fine. But let's say you want to send them a contract or you want to send them a proposal, you can't do it just through WhatsApp. You need to have an email, probably a working email, a work email, a branded email as well, to send them so that you can be legitimate. Let's say if they want to get in touch with you for something urgent, there's phone call, or maybe there's a customer rep that is in between you and the customer as well. So if not, you want to inform updates about your availability or your latest product and services, it'll be your Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. There's another channel as well. So different activity may require different channels. My advice is identify about 3 to 5 key activities and then think about the channels that are required in order for you to broadcast the message to the customer for that channel and for the activity. So that will be your channel. Moving fast here, moving fast. It's called for prayer here in Kampong Glam. It's from Sultan Mosque. Anyone in Sultan Mosque or Kampong Glam can just drop a hello later. I'm at New Entity Office at Brosora Street. So if you're here, just say hello. So now we move on to the next part, customer segments. So your product, your solution, your value, do you know who can benefit the most? Like what I did earlier in the past 10 sessions, I identified it's not a mass market, it's a niche market. I segmented to typically real estate agents, financial advisors, and small, medium business owners, especially e-commerce. These are the 3 people who can visibly get benefit or value from what I can offer. And I will segmentize it further to folks between 25 to 35 because these are people who are at the tipping point, who have achieved some measure of success, and they are going to creating a new team. I would diversify, and they are typically focused on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for the immediate first level communication. And these are the segment Singaporean as well. This for now, that's my segment, and that's how I know whether I'm talking to the right people. And that is for you to know if you're talking to the wrong people, because when you are scaling this idea, you're going to have more and more people coming through your DMs. You're going to have more and more people coming up talking to you. And you need to be able to channel them, whether these are the people who I want to talk to and the people who I do not want to talk to. And when I say you do not want to talk to, it's not saying that, I'm sorry, I got no time for you. What you can do is just tell them, okay, I appreciate your service, but there might be a additional value cost just to service people who are not part of your niche. Or maybe you can channel them or bring them to people who can serve them better. You don't need to take all. There's always abundance for everyone. So that's a quick nutshell of the top both column, top segment of your key partners, key activities, key resources, value propositions, customer relationship channels, and customer segments. So now comes to the favorite part and the part where I ask my clients and they always have a hard time answering me. Where is the money? Revenue streams. So let's come to revenue streams. So why are they paying you? When do they pay you? How are they paying you? Are they paying you weekly, daily, monthly, yearly? How much are they paying you? On what are they measuring? Why they pay you in such amount? Are there any other potential channels of income that you have not explored? So that is your revenue streams. So as an individual, myself, my revenue streams. So I'm declaring my revenue streams. I hope nobody reports this. Okay, I don't have crypto. I'm not doing real estate as well. My revenue stream is just from my work serving people through this branding and marketing works only. And it comes in different forms, and that's how I diversify it. So it doesn't need to only be one way whereby I do the poster content. It can come in many, many different forms. And how can you actually start with one service and diversify to mushroom into different forms so that you create multiple revenue streams without creating extra businesses? So at least you're focused, you go for deep, and you can ask for more. So that's another thing we'll reveal in the future sessions. Costs. What are my costs? And when we say costs, I will only keep it to measurable cost, which is tangible cost, which is dollars and cents. Okay, I know people are going to ask me about opportunity cost or time, energy. So I know there's a cost as well. We're going to keep it to dollars and cents only. So for this segment, my course is just food and transport mostly, and definitely creating resources like this. But I do spend a lot of time. My course is also in my education because I need to spend a lot of time on courses. I have to spend a lot to learn from other experts. I spend a lot to learn to get resources from the experts as well. I buy books, training videos, I attend networking sessions, I meet business experts. So those are my course, and it's very, very heavy course because I want to get the best ideas and inspiration to pass to my clients because they need the best as well in order to get the best results. So I definitely don't scream. I think I spend less on food than compared to my education for all the things, the knowledge that I want to gather for my clients and my community as well. So that is my huge cost. About 80% of it is on those gathering the knowledge, and the rest of it is just very minor cost, miscellaneous cost, which is transportation and maybe materials. Now, once in a while, my course includes supplies like printing or other professional services or engaging other external parties to support me. But those are the primary costs. So yeah, I guess in about 10 minutes, I believe I've successfully shared with you guys a brief version of what the business model canvas is and how to fill it up and how it can serve you. Trust me, if you can fill up all these 9 columns, no one has anything against you. If you can fill up all 9 columns, you will see, oh, I have a really solid idea. This is what I call a really solid idea. If it's not on this canvas, it is not yet a solid idea. It's still just a thought. We are here to transform a thought into reality. That's why you are watching this session. That's why you're following me, because you too have that idea, that grand idea, that great brand idea that you want to transform into reality, which you have not been able to do for the first quarter of 2022 and the past quarter before that and the past quarter before that. That's why you decided, you know what, this might be the final chance for me to change my ideas to reality. That's why we are here. We're having this conversation. So this is the business model canvas. I hope it's really helpful. If you find that has been helpful, please share with other people. You can drop me a message and ask me in detail if you guys want to walk through your very own business model canvas as well. I'm more than happy to talk to you guys about your business model canvas. I hope you guys don't mind. Some of you try to reach out to me. My availability can be quite tight sometimes, but I still will try my best to answer your questions and queries, especially with regards to this topic. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to this kind of conversation, so I will definitely indulge you. So that's business model canvas. We have known our niche. We have created a foolproof process to find your niche. We're going to apply it on the business model canvas, and coming session, we are actually going to talk about your value proposition. A lot of you are coming to me when I ask you, so what makes you so unique? Oh, I want to help people. What is so unique about you? You're telling, oh, I go the extra mile to help people achieve their dreams. That is boring, guys. We don't want to be boring. We want to be outstanding. So if you want to know how to be not boring and be outstanding, you definitely don't want to miss the next session, because I will reveal to you guys something really exciting called the value proposition design. And it's definitely going to fry your brain a little bit, but at the end of the day, your mind will expand like never before. So stay tuned to the Great Brand Reset project. Stay tuned for episode 12 as well. And if you guys want to start a conversation and want to check out who else is also on board this Great Brand Reset project, join the group and I'll be sharing more there. Till then, take care, good night, and goodbye. So